Hello and welcome to another edition of the Unconventional Grower on Plot 14, somewhere in the big wide world. Today's video is about amending this problem, getting some of that sheeting that we've got spare and fixing this problem that was created by the wind, and then doing a harvest. Let's get to it. So yeah, some recent winds following some high temperatures in the UK have resulted in the top box house getting a battering. So we've got that to do as priority, and then we've got a harvest to get done. We'll have a look at cucumbers later. You can see now the wind has taken its toll on the sweet corn. We just made a start clearing out this bed here of the cabbage that are just not going to do anything. Now this variety of cabbage is starting to rot, so I need to just see which ones of those are going to be fit. And then what we need to do is collect up the apples that have fallen, and I'm going to run them through the cider press at some point this week. Right, first things first, let's get to fixing the box house. Right, we've now got the fiberglass panelling on. We're just now in the process of securing the battens there at the top and the bottom, just so that if any wind does get in, it ain't gonna shake that loose. And then once we've done that, we can crack on with some harvesting and tidying up. We've now got those timbers on. I've just come inside the box house to just staple the sheet to that timber now that we've installed. So that's now going to give it a bit more stability. What I've noticed is one or two panels that are loose. Someone's just cultivating around the back. So I'm just going to give them a screw in as well. But in the meantime, whilst I'm in, we've just got the Cape gooseberries that have ready to harvest, so just get on with that job. Mini grower's here to assist, so we're just going to pop that in there. Right, so the mini grower's just tidying back the leaves of the horseradish that have engulfed the path, doing a good job at that. So this is the box house now fixed at the back, so we'll just replace the panels as and when they come off. The top, we're obviously going to mirror what's gone on down on that one, or even that one there with the bigger, thicker poly sheets. Right, so I'm going to get that water that's in the box that's come back from the house, the food scraps. We're going to have a little look at the carrots to see what state of play that some of these are in. Only little mini carrots, only two there. We'll make a little meal, and then just give this a bit of a water because it's extremely dry. Here's the seeds from maybe I'll see some of them, may not, but here's the seeds from the white radish. They were just gone to seed. I've also taken some onions out that had gone to seed and just sprinkled the onion seed there, so hopefully they will come next season. Likewise with some of the Cape gooseberries here that we harvested a few moments ago, we're going to let a few of those grow, just deposit onto the ground, and hopefully they will come again next time. So right, so we've done the maintenance now. It's literally now just odd tidied up. I'm in the process of getting the apples, because I'm going to get some juice out of these. There's no point letting these go to waste and trying to salvage them for eating. But I mean, like that one, that's as good as anything. That's going to be my snack. But when you've got a harvest such as this on multiple trees, what's the point in harvesting and trying to get the stuff that's on the ground when you can just do something different with them? Well, quite a number over there, you probably can't see. The one or two that's been slug bitten, they will go back to the rabbits. We'll sort them out back at home. One over there, I think it really is. No, it's not too bad actually. And the little ones we're gonna, not these little ones, there's no point bothering with, that's obviously turning to cider. Is that one? There's one there just hiding amongst the carpet of strawberries. I think there's not one there, but there's one there that has been properly gnawed at by the slug population. So that's where we are. I'd like to just give these a bit of a trim back, the artichokes, because they're a bit intrusive. So we'll get that done, and then we'll get on to the main harvest. So we're down in the middle box house, just having a look at things. The white pumpkin doing nicely. We've got a couple of courgettes that have turned to tomatoes. There's another one down there. That was 3 down there. I'm just in the process of just giving it a bit of a tidy up. This little chickweed stuff. It's there. I don't want to really pull too much on that plant, just in case it takes the plant that's feeding the pumpkin with it. Right, we've got a bit in there to do. I'd like to get this tidy up, this bed here, and then we're going to be on to the potatoes and harvesting the cabbage. Right, we're just up in the top box house now, harvesting the last remaining tomatoes. It's been overtaken now with the nasturtiums. There's 1 or 2 tomatoes that are still on, but mostly I'll just try and reach the back here. They're just about past it now, so these are going to be just taken out. We'll just give them another week or so and then we'll get rid of these. We've got a few courgettes that are just going into the marrow stage. But yeah, that's a bed that'll be free before long. We've got this bed now, half a bed, and we're just giving this bit here a tidy up. All the old bits of sunflowers, and we've got the sweet corns as well to have a look at. I don't think there's much going on the sweet corn. Harvest this one, just see. Yeah, there's a few kernels on that one, but it's not a full head. We'll take a couple of the bigger ones and see what they're going to be like. In fact, I might just pass that to the mini grower and see if he can unwrap it like a Christmas present and see what he has to find. I'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, they're really small this time. We can probably just take up now the plants that have got nothing on. That might not be a bad one, that one there. We'll see what these have got in store. Oh, there's another one there. So we've got 4 there in total. So we'll see what Minigrower has to say when he's finished doing that. So the Minigrower's now managed to get into the sweet corn to have a look at his efforts. That's not a bad size one. That's quite a mini one for the Minigrower. We've got another one here, look at that. So they're not done too bad. I reckon there's a meal out of these. That's pretty decent going, and even the Minigrower's getting tucked into them already. Getting stuck in, has he? Little lad. Right, crack on. So as we're just finishing up with the sweet corn patch, as you can see, there's a couple there. Just try and point with the finger. There's some of the older seed, the older sweet corn, which we're going to use to seed for next time. But what we've also done is taken up a volunteer potato that we're just growing in this section here, and that's given us a good helping of potatoes without even making a start on the actual plot. Right, we've harvested potatoes. The mini grower's got stuck in, got his hands in, and now what we're going to do is just give them a quick wash in the bucket before taking them back home. That way then we've got most of the compost on them. Because they're grown in compost, they're not clumped up with mud. You can just give them a good twizzle round in the bucket, and then we'll just empty the bucket out onto the ground, and then we'll just let them air for a few minutes and bag them up. So we've also then managed to collect some plums just as we're starting to pack up. Just looking forward to making a start with the construction, which will be a project not too long from now. Right, that's just about it. So thank you for watching, and join us again soon.
Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.